Hi there, I'm Dale Mathis coming to you from my home studio in Sun City, Arizona, and today I have lesson 18 in the Play by Ear series of the Dale Mathis instructions. And this piece of sheet music and this video you will find at my website, dalemathisaccordion.com. Click on the free lessons tab. This is going to be filed under lesson 18. And I do encourage you to print out the sheet music, even though we're teaching by ear. It's so much helpful information on the piece of sheet music that you will want to make notes. This is 2 pages to this sheet music. So page 1 looks like so. So I hope you'll take a moment now to go to the website and print out the sheet music. So let me first play the tune for you so you know what we're working at. This is a tune I wrote. It's called Alfie's Polka. And there's a lot of new stuff or interesting stuff in this tune, so here we go. Okay, so let's take this apart and see how we go. So if you've got the sheet music, you'll note that there are just 3 notes in the first measure. Again, for review, these are called pickup notes. There's supposed to be 4 beats in every measure, but this measure only has 3. So it gets counted 1 out in the air somewhere, and then 2, 3, 4. All right, and so here we've got a repeat sign, because as we go through this whole page and into the second page, there is a first and second ending. And so if you were to repeat the tune, you would come back and start there. Okay. Anyhow, let's get going here with the fingering. So you're going to start with your thumb on a G key, and you're going to have a big space and play your second finger on a C key. So it's G, C, E, D, E, little finger on the F, and here you'll see in that 4th measure it says 2 sliding to 1, so it's like this. And that's so that you've got your second finger available to play in measure 5 on the E. And here you're going to use your 4th finger on the F sharp, which is the black key. And now 4th finger is going to be up on the G. And here you're going to reach way up to the B. And put your thumb on the F sharp. And then thumb is going to go way down to G. Oops, did it wrong. 4th finger on the E. And here's again another one of those things in measure 20 where you're on your second finger, but you're going to slide in your thumb. And that's so that you've got your second finger available to play the E on the next page in measure 21. And here you're going to use your little finger on the A. Put your 5th finger on the G. And so now here's that first ending that I was talking about. So first and second endings, again, here's the first ending, and you go to the repeat signs and go back to the beginning of the song where you find that repeat song. Or if you play it through the second time, you play up to that point, and then you skip down to the second ending and play to the end of the song. So that's what we're going to do now at measure 38. Let's see, let me just back it up a little bit to measure 27 so lyrically it makes sense. Okay, now I'm skipping the first ending and going right to the second ending. And this is a little Roland FR1X, and so there are enough keys on this accordion to play this song, and so that high C, that's way up here at the end of the keyboard. And now here's a new thing. Those what look like sideways tenths in the sheet music, those are called accents, and you're going to pull your bellows harder to accent those notes. So when you're playing the tune, let me back up here a little bit. That's how the sound you want to try and emulate is. And then the song ends way up on that high C. Okay, so now some interesting things about the left hand in this song. We do have alternating, which we've talked about that already. So the C chord is C bass and C chord, and then alternating with the G bass and C chord. So it's and then when you see the G7 in measure 5, 6, 7, in measure 7, now here that would be G bass and G chord. But with this alternating pattern, what you're going to do is use your fourth finger and play the D bass first, and then the G chord with your second finger. So it goes. So that'll take some work to get used to that fingering pattern. And that is playing the alternate note first in seventh chords. That is a practice that is sometimes used, and so I used it here for this tune. It just breaks up the bass pattern to put the alternate, or in the case of the G chord, the alternate bass is D. And so we play that one first rather than the G bass first. All right, so now the next tricky thing is in measure 16, you've got counterbass notes. And so they are, play the C with your middle finger, and then play the G with your second finger. Now you're going to reach in front of the F bass and play the A counterbass. And in front of the G bass is the B counterbass. So do that again. And that's a pattern that you'll have to repeat over and over and over to get a practice on that. Let me turn off this orchestra bass here so you can hear it. Here it is again. Again. So when you play that with the melody, so I'm just going to start at measure 11. That's how that goes. So it's kind of a giant leap forward, as they say. And let's see, that pattern is repeated again here in the first ending. So you're going C, G, A, B. And then in measure, what would that be, 39, 40, 41, 42. Here we've got F in the bass, G in the bass, A counterbass, and B counterbass. And I should say one more thing about counterbasses. If you've got a small accordion where you don't have this row in front, you won't be able to do that because you just don't have those buttons. But like when you're playing your C bass, the E counterbass is in front of it. And the F bass, the A counterbass is in front of it. And when you're playing the G bass, the B counterbass is in front of it. So we have counterbasses that help you play bass solos so that you don't have to be reaching all over the place. So the one that is repeated several times in this song is this one. And you can just keep practicing it by constantly repeating it. All right, so now I'm going to go from measure 33, and I'm just going to leave that bass sound on, and so that, and let's turn off the, there we go. And so we've got measure 33, so put the camera down a little bit. And here's that tricky spot in, what is that, measure 41, 42, 43. And you accent that. Okay, so there's a lot to digest in this particular tune that I wrote. It's lesson 18, but it's a step forward into the future. So a lot of new things to work on. So I hope this is enjoyable for you and it advances your accordion playing. And there's more to come in lessons 19 and 20. So thanks so much for watching.